Why does the idea of success create mixed feelings or mixed reactions among believers? The first reason why success creates mixed reactions, if you're yet to write, is that success, the subject of success, has been taught only or largely taught only from a standpoint of material acquisitions, while ignoring nobler parameters like spiritual health, nobler parameters like fulfillment, nobler parameters like peace. This is the first explanation as to this divergence in the body of Christ over the subject of success. Can I give you number two? Number two, the second reason, an answer as to these mixed reactions in the body of Christ, is that the subject has been overemphasized and exaggerated to a point of overriding the core mission of the church, which is soul winning and revealing Jesus. So you find out that in many circles, with all due respect, you never really hear the idea of soul winning and the revelation of Jesus. It's like everything is around the subject of success. Now don't get me wrong, there are people who have been uniquely called and graced by God, are we together, to reveal that success dimension. It is their mandate, and so naturally most of their communication will be along that line. To such people, they are not in error. They are working in the assignment as given by God. But I'm saying on a general note, when the subject of success, like every other subject, is emphasized, you say, look up please, I've taught you in this house that the teachings of the kingdom do not come in to build believers at the same proportion. Building believers is likened to a chef in the kitchen preparing a meal. I have taught you this. When you prepare, say, fried rice or jollof rice or pasta or whatever it is, there are many ingredients needed to produce that meal, and not all of them are needed at the same quantity. Am I right on that? When you fetch 3 hands full of rice and then you bring 3 hands full of salt, now you have exaggerated the role of that salt. Salt is needed, but not to that degree. This is what happens in teaching truth. Sometimes we lift up certain teachings and we exaggerate them to a point that they override the foundational teachings and the core teachings. Imagine that you tell me you want to prepare rice for me, and then I see you adding 1 mudu of pepper, Cameroon pepper. Are we together? Yeah. And then you just fetch something small that looks like rice that you are not sure of. You add it, and then add water and add salt and add whatever it is and add a little more pepper and boil it and serve me. No sir, no sir. Just because I saw a few trickles of rice there. No, if you call it rice, then that should be the major thing. Are we together? That's how it is. Sometimes as men of God, in preparing the meals that we serve the people, so we call the meal Jesus, we call the meal the gospel, but the content that is Jesus and the content that is the gospel is so scanty, you will hardly find it. And then it is full of a lot of other things that are more inferior, by far inferior. This is one of the problems. When truth is exaggerated beyond its allowance and beyond its proportion, it ends up destroying and not blessing.